Hi everyone, this is a documentary film about my project. The project is a stress relief project that aims to create different levels of intimacy between individuals and the environment, so multi-scenery spatial design. Generation of stress in society is intangible and it exists in our lives. We cannot avoid it due to various reasons such as difference in social, school, and cultural background, which result in different perceptions and social pressures. Stories stimulate a student studying abroad who, due to his language and introverted personality, cannot make friends in class, leading to his significant psychological stress. When he goes to school, he faces discrimination because of his introverted nature. And he feels very lonely during his school days because he has no one to talk to. And these emotions deeply affect his daily life. Fear of asking questions to the teacher results in poorly done assignments, trapping him in emotional turmoil. He experiences a lot of pain as a result. Same time, he also can't fall asleep at night because various pressure leads to constant rumination during his sleep, trapping issues like insomnia and hair loss. It's evident that stress significantly impacts people's health and well-being, leading them to seek ways to unwind. Some individuals choose behaviors like smoking to elevate their stress because nicotine triggers the release of dopamine in the brains, providing a brief respite from stress. Strangers are an unknown factor for humans, and those with introverted personalities often adopt a self-protective attitude towards strangers in social interactions. I document some sense of walking outdoors. In China, we rarely engage in conversation with strangers, but in the UK, enthusiastic interactions with strangers seems to be a normal thing. So it's quite common for introverted Chinese students to feel excluded abroad because others might perceive us as impolite due to our reserved nature. My project aims to anthropomorphize space, creating a therapeutic environment. If the space is inventions as a stranger to introverts, it should incorporate self-protective elements, hence my association with organisms like cocoons and hedgehogs. So I envision people within a cocoon-like structure with outward protruding spikes. Amplifying our sense of self-defense is aimed to convey that we are, in fact, excessively guarded within this space. Therefore, I define it as a space for strangers. The space where I use black, that's because black is an unknown color to people. For material, the spiky part I choose iron, and the cocoon part I choose wool. I believe this space can make people realize that excessive defense is suffocating. By doing so, fostering greater societal inclusivity is aimed to elevate stress. Moving on to the friend space. I think friends are people who should help each other and trust each other. They are people who can rely on each other and have a mutually beneficial relationship. This is what I would classify as the medium level of intimacy between people and space. If the space needs to be anthropomorphized, and then I think a space needs to be interactive, giving people a kind of friend trust, which is an element that friends need to have. Therefore, my design inspiration for this space came from the rope game I played with my friends when I was a child, which requires two people to interact with each other crosswise and to trust each other to complete the game. I use the point of force as a point in the space for people to twist the rope and make artwork in the space. I think this can make people feel that our friends are objects that we need to interact with, because introverts are not brave enough to communicate and interact with others, and I think this is an attempt to make them understand that communication and interaction is the trust expression of a friend. The balls are filled with the soft cotton and be used for resting and relying on, which corresponds to the characteristics of friends who can rely on each other. The release of emotion is the healing meaning of this space. Moving on to the closest part of people in space, family and lover space. I have traveled on searching the materials of the filling parts of my installation. I head to a small village in South England, Hastings. The project I want to do is to collect some objects from nature, and they have their own stories of family and lovers, so that when people touch the object and lying on it, they can feel or touch the story of others. This is Hyde Park, and the leaves are falling on the ground. Many couples and families come here to enjoy the weekend, so I think this place records the joy of their outing, a memory that belongs to the leaves. So I chose this leaf as a carrier. This was in Hastings, and I was walking on the beach, and there were a lot of families and couples traveling on the beach, and I picked up a stone and realized that this stone was also quietly recording the story of it all, so the stone became the carrier of the stories. I record it all with my camera, and the memory stays on the flames and in stone forever. We tried lying on the beach, feeling the touch from the stones and the salty flavor of the sea, listening to the sound of the waves. Feel the stories that belong to this land. I use instant camera to record this view, and the paper slowly reveals the images. I really enjoy everything there. We head to the East Hill of Hastings. A couple walk behind us, and they look very happy. I hope the flowers and the leaves record the happiness as well. I also shoot it by camera and put the leaves and flowers as carriers. And I want to put them in small bags for people to fill them, so I'm going to display them in small packages inside the exhibition. Warp it in clothes to feel the flavor and touch the materials and the feelings they bring to the skin, so they can use these stories to heal their own emotions. I think introverts who feel depressed and listen to these stories, so this contact and try to achieve the effect of stress relief.